Alright, we are back. We are... I think we're getting close to having to change the disc, so... We'll see what happens when I get there. Ah. There we go.
How could they all be caught? The dimwits. Looks like it's time for a jailbreak, Carmen Sandiego style. A few tweaks to the chronoskimmer, and I'll be there in no time. You fools need bailing out, I see. I'll just chronoskim you past those outdated bars. Stand back. I have more history hijinks planned for us. So, back to the past we go.
Time, Detective. I've got a major bummer bulletin.
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego has just chrono-skimmed into Acme Jail and then back out again with her heinous horde in tow. That's right. She used our technology to pull a jailbreak. How embarrassing.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm
No.
doing my job.
We've reinforced the prison with trans-temporal laser bars, so another jailbreak can't happen. But of course now those crooks are back out there pilfering paraphernalia from the past. They must be recaptured.
They must be.
It's a good thing you're out there on the job. Right now, you're fast-forwarding to 1460, where something strange has happened in the Inca Empire's accounting. You'll have to straighten out this knotty problem. When you're visiting the center of a great empire, antiquity is the good guide you want on your side. Good luck up in the Andes, Detective, and don't get lightheaded in that mountain air.
You know, you'd
Just a
think they'd
little
serve
guy.
more than just a snack on these long time flights. Antiquity here. If you're feeling woozy, it's the altitude. We're way up on top of the Andes, smack dab in the middle of the Inca Empire. The year is 1460, and that's Emperor Pachacuti Yupanqui over there,
It's
the
easy
head
for you-
honcho of the
easy-
Inca
easy for
Empire.
you to say.
May the mighty sun scorch the demon's eyeballs.
Whoa.
Someone has stolen my quipus. All of our records lost. My empire will fall apart at the seams without them.
Whoa, he is losing it. We'd better investigate the situation. Oh, look at the furry guinea pig. Cute little guy. What do you call it?
Dinner? That's a cuy, of course. With a little corn and plenty of salt, they are most tasty.
Oh, sorry I asked. Whoa, hey, that's a Carmen note. The thief
I
was
could
here.
never eat a guinea pig.
My administration is in a shambles. The outer regions are already grumbling.
Who are you?
My quipus have been stolen. Without them, I can't keep track of things in my empire. A quipu is a long strand of knotted string used to record numbers. It is very exact. I use quipus to track all important numbers related to my empire, like population counts and inventories of food. You see, all surplus food made by the people is collected here in Cuzco. Then, if a particular region is struck by famine, I can send them some food from my royal stockpile. But without the quipus to keep track of the supplies, I can't distribute things.
Can't distribute things.
Well, since the theft of the quipus, my quipu kamayaks have been working overtime to recount everything. These royal accountants could really use some help.
So go count stuff.
Go to the storerooms and speak to my head quipu kamayak. He will tell you what to do.
I watched it's Gordon Ramsay's, I think it's called Uncharted, on it's either Discovery Plus or Disney Plus, I don't remember, but they went to wherever this is, and well, a place that was inspired by the Incan people, and they 100% have guinea pigs just running around like this, and they just put them on the fire and eat them.
Goodbye. And remember, millions of my hungry citizens are counting on you.
I guess it's
I didn't
not
like
easy
the
ruling
guinea
over
pig
12
eating.
million hungry people. Talk about job stress.
These nuts are wearing me out. We'll never recount the supplies in time.
How can I help?
Easy. See those storerooms? Please count everything inside each one. Then mark down the number by putting corn kernels on the nearest counting frame. Sure. By putting corn kernels in the empty spaces on the counting frame, you'll record specific numbers. Here's a big handful for you.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, wait here. I'll run a quick count. I counted 1,574 ears of corn piled in there. I know.
1574.
I'm a really fast counter. It's a gift. Okay, let's use that counting frame.
Use the counting frame to mark down the number of corn cobs in the storeroom.
15. 74.
By your markings on the counting frame, you've indicated there are 4,751 ears of corn in the
I did
storeroom.
it backwards.
That doesn't agree with my count. Retry. Okay, let's use that counting frame.
Use the counting frame to mark down the number of corn cobs in the storeroom.
There we go.
By your markings on the counting frame, you've indicated there are 1,574 ears of corn. That's
There we go.
correct. Will you do the same for the other storerooms? I have so much to do.
Why aren't you doing it then? You get... Oh my
Hang on to
gosh.
your hat. I'll be right back. 3,029 potatoes. The spuds were really flying in there.
3029.
Okay, let's use that counting frame.
Please indicate the quantity of potatoes in the storeroom on that counting frame.
30, 20. Nine. I wonder what would happen if I did that one instead. Ah, we'll
I
find out in the
see.
next one.
So you say there are 3,029 potatoes.
Yeah.
You have done me a great service. Don't stop now.
We can't record a number on this frame till we've counted inside the storeroom.
Whatever.
I'll be back in a flash. There are 628 piles of cotton in there. It's a shame the Incas don't know about t-shirts. Okay, let's use that counting
She
frame.
said
Please record the
624.
number of cotton plants here, based on the storeroom inventory.
Six 620. 4. But we're also going to see what that
Oh
is.
no, this can't be. One of your rows is not a real number. Try fewer kernels.
Okay, let's use that counting frame.
Please record the number of cotton plants here, based on the storeroom inventory.
What about this? What do you think about that?
You're getting a bit corny. One of your rows is not a real number.
Okay, let's use that counting frame.
Please record the number of cotton plants here, based on the storeroom inventory.
Yeah, whatever. Try it.
I see. So you say there are 624 piles of cotton in the storeroom.
No, that's not right. Try again.
Maybe she said 629.
628 piles of cotton are piled in there. That's a lot of laundry. Okay, let's use that counting frame.
I was
Please
close.
record the number of cotton plants here, based on the storeroom inventory.
There we go.
According to what you've marked on the tablet, there are 628 piles of cotton. Excellent work. You are rather handy with a counting frame. Now please go tell Pachacuti that we are finished at last with the storeroom inventories.
Yeah, go tell him I'm big smart. Hey, I'm big smart.
Hello again, my faithful friends. What news have you? Ah, my profound thanks for your clever counting skills. But there remains one more important task to complete. Can you help me with it?
Yeah.
I need to transport some food to a distant village suffering from famine. Please gather about 100 potatoes from my royal storerooms and load them on a llama. And let me know when the loading is complete so I won't worry.
Alright.
What is it this time? My ulcer is already aggravated with bad news.
Your ulcer? Your what? Oh, he won't even let me get the potatoes.
That storeroom is still full of corn, but we need to find the potatoes. Spud heaven. I grabbed exactly 115 purebred potatoes and stuffed them in this sack. We're good to go.
Very good. But before you go, please adjust the counting frame to match the reduced number of
115.
potatoes in the royal storeroom.
We still have 3,029 marked here. We'll need to account for the 115 potatoes we've bagged.
By your markings on the counting frame, you've indicated there are 2,914 potatoes.
Right?
Perfect work, Detective. You've updated that
That's
counting
right,
frame
I'm
to
so
account
good
for
at
all
math.
the potatoes taken from the storeroom.
I hope somebody can put together a compilation of all the times I was bad with math and put it right here. Oh, you didn't find any? That's great. Haha.
Forgetting something? Don't leave without those valuable potatoes.
Oh yeah, thanks. Hey, you want your corn back?
No thanks. You hang on to that corn. You'll need it for counting.
Alright, I'm gonna count.
Watch your
a bunch of
step on the
stuff.
rope bridge. It's a long way down.
Does anybody else, when they're done counting something like that, they just like count all the steps that they take?
Perfect fit. Let's head back to Pachacuti and let him know the llamas are loaded and ready. Hey, those llamas must be good luck. We found a C-note.
I like that sound.
Hello again, my faithful friends. What news have you?
We're done with the potatoes.
No. Thanks to you, I now have the Empire running smoothly again. But you might be able to help me interpret the strange symbols I found on this paper.
Holy mama llama! It's the third Carmen note. I'm activating the cuffs. Watch out, villain. Here we come.
If I remember correctly. It's this one or that one, I want to say. I want to say it's this one, though.
Smart move. Silver was called Tears of the Moon by the Incas, so our thief must be hiding in that sack of silver. Time for a high-energy high five. We've nabbed Jane Reaction.
That's right. Because I'm big smart. Smart.
You're headed back to the Acme lockup, Jane. And with its patented new laser bar security, you won't be escaping again.
You've caught up with me again, agents, but you'll never accelerate fast enough for a collision with Carmen.
Congratulations! You re-jailed Jane Reaction, recaptured the accounting quipus, and fixed food distribution for the whole Inca Empire.
Are we giving these people
Thanks
a fair
to you,
trial?
Pachacuti's kingdom will grow far and wide. And speaking of empire builders, Carmen has already pulled another time heist.
Damn.
Can you take the case right now?
Yeah, I got time.
You're speeding toward the coast of Spain in 1493, where an Atlantic Ocean traveler is lost at sea. The folks who financed his trip are mucho worried, so you'd better try to find out what's causing the delay. Charting unknown waters is
I like
rock
this
solid
one. This one's gonna
specialty,
be long,
so
though.
he'll come along as your good guide. Good luck, detective. I sure hope you don't get seasick.
We'll try to get quick.
We've hit Spain in the year 1493. That must be Queen Isabella right over there. You know, Isabella earned a place in history by supporting the explorations of Christopher Columbus. But at the moment, the Senora looks royally upset.
Disaster! Columbus has not returned from his voyage to China. I can only guess that he has been lost at sea. My advisors warned me that his plan would sink.
Hey, it sounds like one of Carmen's crooks has put a crimp in Columbus's plans. Let's talk with the Queen and see what we can do.
Greetings. You are welcome in the royal court of Spain, although you've come at an unhappy time. Christopher Columbus sailed away 8 months ago to find a westward route to China, but he has not returned. I fear his decision to sail west was not the best. If Columbus is safe and sound, he must be found. He sailed west, so you must too, to find him. You may take this ocean map for the westward journey. Most sailors reach China by sailing around Africa and heading east. Columbus insisted that since the world is round, he could reach China faster by sailing west instead.
Oh, I guess that is true. Since I didn't know what else was out there.
Avoid the winds to the north. We call them the westerlies because they blow from the west and push sailing ships eastward back to Europe. Try heading south, where you may find more favorable winds.
Good. Good idea. Let's get out of here.
Good luck crossing the vast ocean. May the wind and current be always at your back.
We're almost ready to cast off. But first, let's learn to navigate. Use the mast to adjust the sail. When the sail is open, we'll blow with the wind. But when the sail is closed, we'll drift with the current instead. When you're ready, ring the ship's bell to start moving. You've found a message in a bottle, and it looks like part of Carmen's note. Keep this up and we'll have Carmen bottled up tight soon enough.
So we need to go down here.
A few minutes later.
What day is it?
All right, we've reached the West Indies. Let's hit the beach and look for Columbus. Say, I think we've made a discovery of our own. We've found Captain Christopher Columbus.
Sounds like they're real
Gentlemen, I assure you I have everything under control. After all, I'm Christopher Columbus. I'll find a way home.
This scene feels
sounds-
sort of familiar, eh, fellow Norsemen? But a bunch of sailors arguing on a beach doesn't mean a thing.
I feel like they really got Christopher Columbus's personality right.
Oh, my charts, my charts. I'm getting island fever without them. How I long to see again the noble plains of Spain. The ocean charts I created on my westward voyage were stolen, and now my men are making waves. They refuse to sail back across the sea without a good map for navigation.
A grubby-looking thief wormed his way on board, posing as one of my crew, and hooked my charts. Then he sailed off with one of my ships, the Pinta. My sailors are a suspicious lot. They won't set sail until they see the charts that prove I know the way home.
I have a chart.
Nah, if we put the map on top of a closed chest, the wind will blow it away.
Please, don't rile up my anxious crew. You'd think they'd love being trapped in a paradise. But instead, they just want to get home to Spain.
That sturdy sea chest has a bad case of lockjaw. Too bad we don't have a key.
We meet again. Forgive me if I seem upset, but my stolen charts are still missing. Why, I am Christopher Columbus. I'm a brave explorer who just discovered the fabulous and westward route to this place, China. Of course this is China. I sailed directly west from Spain to get here. And everyone knows that there's no other land between Spain and China. I'd prove it to you, except someone stole my charts from that sea chest. What's this? Whoever stole my charts left behind this strange scrap of paper. Hardly a fair trade.
Say, that's a piece of the Carmen note. The thief must have dropped it in the chest when he stole Columbus's charts. All right, the map is safely inside. Phew, that's a load off my chest.
We meet again. Forgive me if I seem upset, but my stolen charts are still missing.
Have you checked for him?
What's this? There's a chart in my chest. It's not the original, but it has all of the information to make an eastward sea journey.
Yeah.
All right, men. I forgot to mention that a great explorer always carries a second map.
That was a brilliant way to get Columbus to examine our chart. Now he can head back for Spain, and we can join him. I suspect our thief plans to meet Carmen at a time portal in Europe, and we'll be there. It's good to be aboard ship again. Shall we take another look at our chart?
Yeah, where are we going?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Ah, we're back in Europe at last. Let's hurry back to Spain and hook that crook.
Columbus, you've returned. We thought the sea had swallowed you up.
The sea is no match for Christopher Columbus. I made many great discoveries on my voyage, and I could not have returned without the aid of these helpful travelers. But now, Your Majesty, let's turn to that new title and those grand rewards we discussed.
I have a better idea. Let's outfit some more ships and send you back.
Mamma mia!
Where's the last note? Oh, there it is.
Great grab! That completes the Carmen note. Hang on, I'll fire up the time cuffs for some arresting action.
Yeah, this map doesn't exist.
Eureka! That's a map of the New World. The only map which shows the American continents. It's the one from Carmen's note.
Is that okay that we left it in?
Huh, we've put the lid back on Dr. Belljar. And this time our case is airtight.
Well, you've taken the wind out of this doctor's sail. But I doubt if you'll put Carmen in jail.
Congratulations! You charted the way across the Atlantic, rescued Christopher Columbus, and put Dr. Belljar back in the can. Now, regular travel between Europe and the Americas can start. The biggest population shift in the history of the planet will happen thanks to your sailing skills.
Yeah.
You're doing great work, and we need you to keep it up. Another crime has struck another time. Can you take the case?
No, I don't really feel like it.